Hi guys, so we're going to go over an escape from side control bottom today. Straight away I'll say this is like my least favourite position to escape from. Very difficult in practice, but this is a pretty good tools to have in place to get away from it. So, I'm on the bottom here and Tom's got me in side control. First thing is we have to address the problems here. The pressure with his shoulder here is the first problem that's going to give me, it's going to stop my escapes. So I'm going to do a pull up on his chin to try and relieve that pressure. I'm not going to be able to hold him here for long, but it kind of takes a little bit of pressure so I can turn my head. Next, I need to get this arm in front of his face. But obviously if I bring it out here, he's got all these attacks that he can do to it. He can grab it and he can start to sub me. So, relieving this pressure here, I bring my elbow down towards the floor and I roll my wrist underneath his throat. Now from here, I use this hand to replace the initial grip on his trap and I put the blade of my forearm in his throat. So should he try and put his weight down on me, it's going to be hindered quite a lot by the sharpness of my forearm. Next, I need to get this frame in place. So here it's no good. I'm going to move my body away from him just enough that I can slide my elbow underneath his hip and I gooseneck his hip here, because if I bench press his hip and he drops his weight on me, he's going to wrist lock me. So I just hold on to his hip. Now I've got a strong frame in place. I can look to escape to go back to guard, but I'm not about that life. I want to try and go to top position. So from here, I'm going to bridge and I'm going to move my hips away from him. Same as if I was going to go to a normal guard escape. But the difference is when I bridge and move away from him here, this time I'm going to thread my arm around his body and I'm going to dive underneath for a takedown. Now normally the scenario if he doesn't react is I would go underneath here, I would turn to my knees and we would enter into a dogfight position where I would try and get on top. Now, one of the things that happens quite often from there, obviously, he's going to try and put chokes on me and things like that, so we can deal with that. The thing that people don't think about a lot of the time is when I'm here, I do exactly the same thing. I've made my frames, got my gooseneck in place, I bridge, I turn, is that he basically just steps over to mount. Because why not? He's in a great position now, right? And the mistake people make from this position for me is to go back to their back. And now he can just crawl up into a high mount and he can start to progress and tap me. So the idea is if I turn to this side and show you what I'm going to do with my feet, so just come up like this again. So once I'm here, he gets to, I've got my frames in place, I bridge, I escape to here, he steps over to mount. Straight away, I don't lie flat to my back, I use this leg of mine to immediately realise I can't do anything about this leg, it's behind me. So straight away, I capture the top foot and I pull it into quarter guard. Now obviously from here, if I stay here long enough, obviously he's going to take control, I'm not in a great position. So I need to capture his knee. I slide my knee up, push down with my elbow, so I capture his knee. Once I've got the knee inside this little space here, immediately I clinch him, and I'm in a much better position. So I've gone from being on side control bottom to half guard on the bottom with double underhooks, which gives me a lot of entries into like dogfight positions. I can go to an old school sweep, I can start to reverse him with the electric chair, all things that I can't do from side control. So if you find yourself stuck in side control bottom and you don't want to go back to guard, give this one a try. Should they react and try and mount you, you have to take half guard, but it's still better than being pinned.